Hello everyone, welcome back to Breaklight Productions. My name is Curtis Lambert and today we're reacting to a viewer suggested music video. This time EXO or EXO Obsession. Let's check it out. Ooh. Nice lighting. Cool transitions. Nice. Oh, that transition was smooth. That jump cut on the choreography. Nice split screen. Flares. Damn. Holy shit, the neon lighting in this is awesome. Oh my god, there's so much happening. Jesus Christ, I'm gonna have so much to talk about. Nice front lighting. Wow, those lasers are awesome. Good timing with the editing. Oh, nice overlay. Oh, good camera movement. Pushing in and then sort of going for Dutch angle, like up. Oh, good Dutch angles. That's such cool color grade. I love this like light panel that they're fencing on top of. Oh my god, there's so much. Bloody hell, these like K-pop and J-pop music videos, like there is always like 20 million scenes and things to talk about. It's crazy. Oh, that VFX though. Nice lighting. Good push in. Very cool. Oh, that's light, single light beam across. So cool. Nice Dutch angle. Love the changing colors in that like main choreography. Flares. God. The camera movements are so cool. Oh, that push in and then pull. Oh, it's so good. Fucking hell. Damn. That's a cool shot. Alright. Bloody hell. Oh, like I say, these K-pop and J-pop music videos, they just fly through like 50 scenes in 4 minutes, and each one like lighting and VFX and everything wise is just like, oh my god, what was that? Yeah, holy crap. I guess let's get the easy stuff out of the way. And again, I say easy, but like it isn't easy to do. It's just easy for me to sort of talk about and review because I don't really need to like find a specific shot. But camera work and editing, like all K-pop and J-pop music videos, like the editing is so on point. they are editing to the beat, and they are editing to like the, and it's sort of this perfect blend where like, so you have uh the editing, you have the camera work, but you also have the choreography, and all of those three things have to, and actually the song as well, so it's almost like a square, if you will, these 4 points, and each one of them, to like, it really can't be understated, like for the editing to be as seamless as it is, each four of those has to work in like perfect tandem with each other. So like, it, because it's not just as simple as other music videos when editor just cuts to the beat of the song, because think about it, if that was the case, like they could be halfway through a choreographed dance move, and like you're just gonna randomly cut and their hands somewhere else or whatever. So many edits in this, like we've seen with other K-pop and J-pop music videos, so many edits on this, that it's not just edited to the beat. That choreography is so well like timed and performed and structured that when those edits are done, they're also low-key editing to the choreography as well, and it makes it just look so smooth. Like there are so many parts in this music video where like they're editing on the beat, and yet that also perfectly transitions with a like boom boom, and it's just like, oh shit, and your brain just fucking feels like that's the smoothest cut you've ever seen in your fucking life. Because yeah, it's all aspects understanding the assignment. Like it's the choreographer not just being like, oh, okay, here's the song, this is what like how I make a dance to it, but also understanding like this is going to be edited together really punchy, so I need to make dance moves for these guys that fit a style that's going to be edited, new shot every 4 seconds, so it can't be any like, unless for specific parts of the song where it's a bit slower, it can't be floaty and slow and all of that. It's got to be fucking, body pops and, like really punchy. Same with camera work as well. The cameraman and the DOP, they have to understand what's happening lighting wise, what's happening like, hey, we don't have any time to get these like slow shots. So like if we're gonna punch in, we gotta punch in, you know. If we're doing a track in or a track out, or a 180 in front of them or whatever, there's no point doing it all slowly and this. If it's like the punchy bit of the song, we're pushing in, we're running up, we're running back, we're going here, we're going there, like it's everyone just being on the same page. And often what that comes down to is a good director. Like I always say to people, like that you got to think of a director as being like, think of it like, if you were on a old ship, a pirate ship back in the day, and like your director is the captain of that ship, so he doesn't necessarily own the ship. That's that's the shipping company or whatever, and that would be your producers or your production company, etc. But he is the one that at the end of the day, like, even though there's all these people on that ship that know their job, do it well, and probably most of the time know their job better than the director knows that job. It's still up to the director to negotiate and control and coordinate between those things to make sure that they get from A to B. Like, if you have an editor that's not talking to your DOP, or they're just on completely different pages, that often comes down to a bad director, or at least an inexperienced director. Like, yeah, you know, most of the time when you're directing, it is fixing problems and like making sure that everyone's on the same page. Even though you may have an assistant director, a first assist, a second assist, etc., that will actually do the talking and relaying to those departments, it's still at the end of the day, especially when something goes wrong or is like impossible to achieve. At the end of the day, everyone's going to look at you and be like, so what do we do, man? And like, you have to be like, okay, well, if we can't get that shot and the DOP sort of needs that shot, okay, here's my idea. And like, that's, yeah, like that's half of your job. Now let's actually start breaking down this music video before I go on 50 billion tangents. Yeah, there's so much in this music video. So this main sort of what I'll call the main choreograph space, absolutely love it. It is just beautiful top lighting from above. It looks like it could just be diffusion sort of across the top there, with lights on the other side, and because of that diffusion, it's giving it a nice even spread across. Now with that said, I feel like there's still probably some like, I'm just gonna try and find another spot. Yeah, so there is backlighting as well, and which is good because a lot of the time they're wearing black, and that's going to separate them from that background. We also see it change different colors throughout, but I also think that there is probably some front light on them as well. Not much, but just enough so that we can actually see their faces, which is great. It may also just be, which is also possible, that it is just the top light and the backlight, and they've just got a lot of bounce behind camera reflecting some of that top light back onto the faces of the guys here, which could explain why, like, don't get me wrong, their faces are in like more shadow than sort of the top bits of them, but it's like, it's still nice and balanced, so it could just be top lighting. Yeah, the laser beams in this like neon blue and neon red are fucking cool. Like, it's just so much like neon, and like neon's something where it's actually more complicated than you would think it is. Like, you would think it is just set lights to blue and red and film, and that's it, that's a job done. But it's actually really like, you really have to nail the color grade, because things like blue and red are really going to like, when you shoot on blue or red lights, even just because you've got often like gels on top of those lights and stuff, you actually lose a couple of stops of light. Like a red light, like if I took the lights that are on me right now and I switched it, kept it the same, like brightness and everything else, but switched it to red, you would actually see that it is a bit darker than white lighting. Um, so not like you're going to need a bit more light than what you would if it was like, white or yellow or whatever. You're gonna need a bit extra. But also like making in color grading that red look actually, especially when you're filming in raw, that red look red and that blue look blue um can be tricky sometimes because you're playing around with like, it's a bit darker than what it normally would be, and you've got to find the red that actually looks like red. And sometimes, like, I find, because I shoot a lot of neon stuff, especially for models, there's times where I'm like, I've been looking at a red image for so long, I can't even tell what color it is anymore. I'm like, is this even red, or is my brain like just fried? Because yeah, when you like stare at a particular light or color for too long and nothing but that color, your brain sort of does shift in a way to where you're looking at it and you're like, is that like pink now? Is that orange? Like, yeah, it's really, really weird. So, yeah, like stuff like that, way, not way harder, but it is harder than what you would necessarily think. Costuming and everything is fucking cool as always. I love the little like effects they have of the like where are we? We've got the overlay with the fencing scene, which the lighting in the fencing is awesome. It's this light panel from underneath that they're just standing on, which is so fucking cool. And then yeah, they've got like little split screen moments. That outdoor scene, really beautiful flares on that. And that's actually the color grade that I want to talk about a bit. Obviously we also have like black and white stuff and this, that, and the other, but I'm trying to find where it comes back, because there's a few moments. Yeah, it's like this weird, like his skin tones and the wheat field or whatever it is behind him are like pink, the sky is blue, and his hair and jacket are like a off orange. I forget what that particular color grade is called. It does have a name. Um, but yeah, it's such an interesting choice. I think that's the first time I've seen it used in a music video, which is very cool. Like I've seen it done on ads and stuff, but yeah, not in a music video. And again, the craziness of K-pop and J-pop music videos, they show it for fucking 2 seconds. It's gone. It's like, oh my god, like someone had to like, you know, plan that and also like edit that and color grade it and stuff. Like it's just, yeah, like incredible stuff. Um and yeah, like we've got a lot of nice blue stuff. I want to find, there's like, again, it's so hard because there's like, it always happens for just like a split second. The fire stuff is really cool and well done. Um, like VFX did a great job on this. I'm just trying to find this, like, yeah. So we got this shot with the sort of guy with the pink hair walking around looking at sort of the art stuff, and you'll see it's almost like an ocean effect over the top of the lighting. Like the lighting has this sort of wavy effect to it. Now, don't get me wrong, you can do that in post, but this looks in camera, which is always awesome. And there's a few ways of doing that. An easy way of doing it is literally using essentially a projector. So instead of having a light that's blue, you're playing footage on a projector of that blue, like waves and stuff, that ocean effect, and you're using that to light your scene. And it really does do the trick. Like it's really fucking cool. And again, they use it for like 2 seconds and then it's gone. And I'm just like, oh, that's so cool. I want to, where was that? I also want to talk about this shot. So literally this beam of light coming down and it's literally just cutting across his face and then the rest of him is in blue. That is, it's such good lighting. It's so cool. And again, shows the power and how interesting you can make lighting in your scenes if you like just take the time and you have the tools to do so. Now don't get me wrong, there are light attachments and Bowens mount things that like you can put on your light to make it that narrow and have that shape where it does that. But also there are cost-effective, like low-budget ways of doing it as well, which is if you just have a light that's shooting a massive, thin down, it can just be the case of getting like the right, some black material and like stuff that isn't gonna bounce that light, but just like actually, like going to act as a negative fill where we sort of, shape that light and tunnel it down into that way. And yeah, and then what you would have is like just a ambient blue underneath all of that that's not bright enough to compete with that harsh light. Otherwise, another way you could do it is probably actually in post-production. It would be very tricky, but it's not impossible, where like all of this could actually be the same lighting, but you've darkened and blued everything outside of this one masked area that you leave in the white lighting. Not sure if that would give this effect, like if that would work or not, but in my brain it would. So yeah, like you could do this 100%. You could do this practically, but in my opinion, you could also do this in post. But yeah, super cool. Honestly, this music video was wild. So many ideas, so much energy and stuff. Like it's like each one of these 2-second shots I could dive into and probably do a 10-minute video on its own, like let alone smashing them all together. And like it's just it really blows my mind the amount of creativity and effort and ideas that go into K-pop and J-pop music videos, where you're just like, oh my god, like, guys, you could have saved 5 of these ideas for another music video, but instead they're like, nah, let's go all out, fucking, lots of different ideas, one for every different member and this, that, or the other. And yeah, it just So cool. But yeah, thank you for watching. Thank you for suggesting this, and I'll see you in the next one. Ciao.